We find ourselves in the song and the Parsha of Haazinu. The Ramban said that every single Jew and his entire story is found in this Parsha. In fact, there's a well-known tale that the Ramban had a student named Avner. And all of a sudden, Avner went from being one of his greatest students to completely going, as we would say, off the derech. Stopped keeping Torah, stopped keeping mitzvot, and started completely behaving not in the way of a Jew. After a long time, the Ramban decided he couldn't any longer, he needed to find out why. And it happened to be a Yom Kippur, and he went over to the giant mansion, the giant estate of this Avner, who now was mixing with the who's who of the Christian nobility. And he came, and there he saw Avner sitting at his dining table, feasting on a pig on this holy day of Yom Kippur. Avner looked at his rabbi, his old rabbi, and he said, "Hey, Rabbi, how many prohibitions that bring excision, according to Jewish law, have I done? Am I doing as we speak?" So the Ramban told him 4. Shechting the animal, eating the animal, pig, carried on. Avner said, "Well, I think it's 5. And again, he showed complete disdain, complete chutzpah in the face of his old teacher. Eventually, his teacher, having enough of this little dispute, said to him, "I gotta ask you, Avner, why is it that you decided to go off the derech, to behave the way that you're behaving? What was it that pushed you?" Avner says, "You know what it was? You once told us in a lesson that everyone's story was found in this portion of Haazinu, and it was such an absurd statement that it was the straw, so to speak, that broke the camel's back." The Ramban says, "I still hold by what I said." So Avner said, "Fine. If you can prove it to me, I'll listen to whatever you decree that I need to do in order to return to God, in order to make amends for all my wrongdoings." The Ramban went over to the corner, prayed for a few moments, and then came back. And he said in this week's Parsha, in chapter 32, verse 26, it says, "I said that I would make an end of them, eradicate their remembrance from mankind." The Ramban said if you look at these words, in each word, if you look at the third letter of the word, you get first a resh, then an aleph, then a base, then a nun, then a resh. Reb Abner. See? It's there. Abner went pale. Looked like he was going to pass out. Immediately, he admitted that he had totally gone wrong, that he was wrong to have questioned his rabbi. So, "Please, what can he do," he said, "to make things right, to make amends?" The rabbi told him, it's in the passage. "I said that I would make an end of them, eradicate the remembrance from mankind. You need to, so to speak, make an end. You're going to get away from this mansion, this estate, and you're going to go into exile to the unknown. That's the only way." Indeed, the story goes that Abner did just that, boarded a boat, and was never to be seen again. Now the Lubavitcher Rebbe points out the Ruach HaKodesh, the divine inspiration of the Ramban and the Torah. For not only was Abner's name to be found in the passage, but it said Reb Abner, showing that as hard as a Jew can try to go off course, in the end, he will always return to his origin, to his source, and therefore deserve the acclaim of the title Reb Abner. It had his story, but it also had that in the end he would do tshuva. And the same is true for all of us. May it be today. Shabbat Shalom.